Big Ten quad meet in Columbus, Ohio. Coverage begins at 5 Eastern, 2 Pacific, only on the Big Ten Network and the Fox Sports app. Cannot wait for that. Through 3 rotations. Break down the scores here, Olivia.
Well, Illinois really had a day over on vault with that 9.9 career-tying score from Chloe Cho. Well done. On uneven bars, Jordan Leiden really was spectacular with the 9.95 closing out that rotation. Balance beam was shaky for the Wolverines, but really excited about, Wolverines on floor exercise, loving that 9.925 from Carly Bauman, and then shaky from the Terps on beam, but Maddie Komarovsky really just brings it every time.
Michigan climbing the ladder, now in second, only to Minnesota, Maryland in third, Illinois in fourth. Rotation 4 when we return. This comes your way when Iowa hosts Michigan State, Penn State, and Washington for a Big Ten quad meet. Coverage begins at 7 Eastern, 4 Pacific, only on the Big Ten Network and the Fox Sports app as we wrap up the regular season in Big Ten quad style with 3, 1 today, 2 tomorrow. Take a look at the scores for Illinois, Minnesota, Maryland, and Michigan.
I was so impressed by that vault rotation from Illinois, specifically those 2 9.875s from Brown and Coppola, and then the 9.9 from Chloe Cho. Well done. And have to call out Audrey Sanger on floor from Michigan, making her debut in that lineup, a 9.75, but great athlete on the horizon for that team. Shaky for the Terps on balance beam. If I'm being honest, that's not their usual over there, but Minnesota really brought it back in the second half of that lineup with that 9.95 from Jordan Leiden, 9.85 from Maya Hooten as they head to balance beam to complete their competition.
Makes it interesting as we head to the 4th rotation with Michigan and Minnesota. Michigan just behind Minnesota. Michigan, though, is 8th in the country on the vault. Minnesota is 12th in the country on the beam.
Each gender will perform a completely routine that fits their personality.
Maryland, your host for the Big Ten quad, number 1 of 3, as we mentioned already. 2 more tomorrow. Athletes in the all-around. Well, what a treat it would be for Alexa Rothenbuscher, who has had to overcome a lot in her 5 years at Maryland.
I would love to see her come away with the all-around today, but as a reminder, this is all about the team today. We will crown individual event champions and an all-around champion at the Big Ten Championship in a few weeks, but always a confidence booster to see yourself on top of the podium in the all-around, specifically for an athlete like Alexa in her 5th year, just overcoming so much in her time here and leaving an incredible impact on this Terps program.
Michigan on the vault, Illinois on the bars, Minnesota the beam, Maryland the floor. That is the final rotation. Ava Jordan, the leadoff with a 9.87 career high. Kennedy Brown will lead off for Illinois on the bars. The lineup for Bev Plotke will be Jordan Davis, Ranger, Mulligan, Diaz, and Boozer. Kennedy Brown getting set. She'll be followed by Denny, Cho, Knight, Green, and Estevez.
Ava Jordan in this leadoff spot is great for the Wolverines. She has a beautiful and technically excellent full twisting Yurchenko. She's been really good on finding this landing. Off of it today, it looks like she had an under rotation on that vault, stepped forward, which results in an under rotation deduction and the step. Opening combination here from Kennedy Brown. Lots happening there. A triple series connection, if you will. Little leg separation on her release move on the Ginger. A very difficult and a double layout dismount. Good job bringing her chest up at the end there to minimize the deduction and lead off the Illini.
The elegant Emily Cook with a 9.95 career high on the beam for the Golden Gophers.
Emily's been in this leadoff spot a majority of her career. She's definitely comfortable starting the lineup off. Solid back handspring layout step out.
Taylor Reck will start on the floor for a minute for Maryland.
Feet jump into a split three-quarter, lacking 180-degree split there, so the judges will likely deduct. Opening pass for Taylor, that is a front double twist and E value, well done. Gorgeous work from Emily in that front toss, bringing the leg through into a scale position, landing on one leg, so difficult. Dismount for Emily, round off 1.5 to a rock-solid stuck landing. That's why she is in that leadoff position. She really knows how to calm the lineup down and get things started.
Big day for Peyton Davis, next to go for Michigan.
Another full twisting Yurchenko here for Michigan on vault. Big step backward, just a little too much juice. She likely saw her teammate before her under-rotate and overcooked it just a little bit, but the position in the air was very nice. Final pass for Taylor. Combination 1.5 into a front layout. I noticed that on the punch in between the 1.5 and the layout, just soft in the punch, which resulted in an under rotation of the second salto. But overall, a great routine.
Destiny Denning ready to go for Illinois. Ava Stewart on the left. Season high of 9.9. Big Ten quad meet. College Park, Maryland.
Good job for Destiny. Some leg separation throughout that combination. Short handstand there. Just looks a little rushed throughout the entire routine, but not on that dismount. Solid double layout to a stuck landing. I stand by it. The Illini are drinking blue. They truly have been dialed in on these landings today.
So if you drink it, it ends up on your feet?
Seemingly.
Okay. Ava Stewart. Lovely mount on the beam.
This is an event where Ava shines. So elegant. Poise on the apparatus. Split jump into a split ring. Excellent position. Someone should take a photo of that and frame it. Just gorgeous. First series, a front aerial into a swing down. So unique and elegant. Love the choreography directly out of the skill. Turning skill, a wolf turn, well done.
Stewart, a freshman from Canada. Lauren Brenlinger, ready to go for Maryland. Second in the lineup for Coach Nelligan and the Terps.
The dismount for Ava, back handspring gainer full to a stuffed landing. Really nice work, staying poised and controlled there. Looked like she wanted to step, but just did an arm swing, so not a zero deduction, but good work.
So here's Ranger, who tied her career high on the floor, now ready to go for the 9.85 career high on the ball.
Massive opening pass there from Lauren Bredlinger and Jazara Ranger. She's really struggled in dialing in that landing, and this is the first time I've seen her find it the way she has. That's going to be big for the Wolverines on vault. Final pass for Lauren. So far, so good in this routine. Front pull to a front layout. A beautiful routine for the freshman.
Let's Sarah Mora getting ready to go on the beam already with a new career high on the ball. New career high on the beam, 9.95. She looks relaxed as Chloe Cho, 9.95 career high on the bars for Illinois, where Destiny Denny right in front of her with a new season high on the bars, 9.85 right before her.
Brilliant work on bars from Chloe Cho. That handstand is just exactly what you want to see. Hop back on the landing, but after the floor mishap, she comes back on vault, ties her career high, then she comes back and performs like that on bars. She is a true competitor, a team-oriented athlete, just like head coach Natalie Walsh told us. I adore watching her.
Zara Ranger with a new career high on vault with a 9.9 for Michigan. Rhea LeBlanc needs some instruction. Sarah Mora, Holland, Michigan. So as LeBlanc gets ready, Lauren Brenninger, by the way, new career high on floor with a 9.85.
Well done. Opening pass for Rhea, front double twist. Gorgeous work on that opening pass. Done as well as I've seen anyone do it. Nice combination from Rhea LeBlanc on floor as Sarah Mora gears up for her series. Back handspring layout, step out. Solid. Cat leap into a side aerial. Balance check on the landing. Nothing major, but the judges will deduct. Gorgeous work. Perfect 180 degrees on her straddle position. Final pass for Rhea. Rudy. And a zero deduction landing. Well done. Stuck landing for Sarah Mora. Just that small balance check early on in the routine, but really dialed it in the end.
Amelia Knight, 9.95 career high, 9.9 season high. Jenna Mulligan, special moment on the ball last week against UCLA.
Beautiful work from Amelia. Oh no. And a fall from Jenna Mulligan. I actually saw her fall on that a couple times in the touch warm-up. Just looked off today, and you know, she had such a remarkable moment last weekend, and it happens.
Getting ready to go for Minnesota. Brooklyn Rory. Rory, a junior from Des Moines, Iowa. Well, for Maryland, Alan Komarovsky, the season high of 9.875.
Brooklyn coming back after an Achilles injury last year where she hit the competition floor with a career high, that 9.975, near perfect, goes down with an injury, and so it's lovely to see her back in the lineup, fully recovered, contributing for the Gophers.
I love how Madeline brings you in.
Big pass here. Front 1.5, a Rudy to a rock solid landing. Speaking of rock solid, Brooklyn stunning stunning opening series there by handspring layout step out. Difficult jumps from Maddie. Ring positions that she executes on floor and balance beam are pristine. Brooklyn putting on a clinic right now on beam. Beautiful switch side, showing that straddle position the judges are looking for. 1.5 front layout for Maddie. I saw she was just over on the 1.5, which resulted in an under-rotated front layout. And a beautiful conclusion to a routine for Brooklyn. Just a step on the landing, so it will not match that near-perfect 9.975, but nonetheless beautiful.
Speaking of beautiful, Madeline drinking her tea at the end of her.
That is a great touch.
I love it. Michaela Green, 9.925 career high on the bars for Illinois. Sophia Diaz, 9.9 career high on the vault for Michigan.
Floaty Maloney there for Michaela. And a 1.5 for Sophia Diaz with a large step backwards. So another under-rotated vault. Double layout, beautiful in the air, but just under-rotated. Her chest was down on the landing, which resulted in that step forward. But really good work from Michaela Green. That Maloney to pack salto has tons of amplitude.
Right side of the two box, Maryland's Alexa Rothenbuscher, 5th year, 5th spot on the floor for Maryland. Left side, Lauren Pearl, Alexa Rothenbuscher, one of just 2 all-arounders, along with Illinois' Chloe Cho. Final weekend, and when it's all settled, we'll know who the regular season champs are.
I love to hear that in the background. Lauren Pearl's teammates, you've got this, Lauren, have fun. That's what it's all about. Going out there, having fun, enjoying the moment.
Lauren Pearl on the beam for Minnesota.
Okay, pass from Alexa. A whip to a double tuck. Beautiful control. Solid back handspring layout step out for Lauren Pearl.
No wobbles, right?
None that I can see. Good job from Alexa on her jumps. Really working on getting each of those twisting elements completely around. That's exactly what the judges are looking for in these dance elements. Nice connection of her jumps on beam for Lauren. Switch lead to a straddle quarter. Front aerial to a beat jump, working through it. It wasn't a perfect connection, but she maintained arm movement, which is what the judges want to see. The double pike for Alexa, chest down on the landing, so a little under-rotated. And a hop backward from Lauren, but a hit routine for both the Terps and the Gophers.
Back to the bars we go. Marley Estevez. And for Michigan, the last vaulter, Kaylee Boozer.
A miss there from Marley on her release move as Kaylee Boozer is making her vault debut for the Wolverines. A full twisting Yurchenko. What a moment for her. She's been struggling with just some mental toughness on the event, and to see her do that, that is such a confidence booster. Just hugs all around and well-deserved. A large step backward there for Marley. Definitely not the routine that the Illini wanted to complete, but but just want to provide incredible kudos to Kaylee Boozer for this vault. I saw her stick one in warm-up. I really wanted the stick for her in that moment, but nonetheless, she overcame what she's been battling to get to this moment, and she deserves all of the praise.
Jordan Leiden, last to go for Minnesota on the beam on the left side of your two box here on the Big Ten Network. As part of our coverage of the Big Ten Quad number 1. 2 more Big Ten Quads coming at you tomorrow on the Big Ten Network. Jordan Leiden on the left, Natalie Martin on the right for Maryland.
Solid mount for Jordan. Difficult double wolf turn.
That was so smooth. She looked like she could have gone 2 more times around, Olivia.
Series here, got handspring layout, step out. Good patience on the landing. She was just under rotated and she was able to bring her chest up in a calm and precise manner. A big opening tumbling pass for Natalie Martin, a full twisting double tuck. She actually fell on that last week. Really nice to see her bring it back and complete the skill today. Round off 1.5 twist for Jordan with a hop forward. So not a perfect routine, but a hit routine for Minnesota. Final pass for Natalie Martin. 1.5 into a front layout. Beautiful work. Routine for Natalie Martin. I love when athletes come back a week after a mishap and just prove that that was a mistake.
See the scores. Minnesota 196.525 and Michigan at a 196.3. Unbelievable performances. The Golden Gophers win it. We'll be back to wrap it up from the Xfinity Center after this break. Saturday night hockey matchup. The puck drops next only on the Big Ten Network and the Fox Sports app. A celebration huddle for the Minnesota Golden Gophers as they win the Big Ten Quad number 1. As we take a look at the scores in that final rotation, Minnesota had enough to get it done.
Minnesota definitely wasn't their perfect selves on balance beam, but they were able to put together a rotation that kept them on top. Major kudos on floor to the Terps, specifically Natalie Martin after that fall on balance beam. I love to see her come back. And Rhea LeBlanc with the leading score from that rotation, that 9.875 for a stunning routine. And bars from Illinois was a great rotation for them. Chloe Cho and Destiny Denning with those 9.85s. And then finally, vault for Michigan had some ups and downs, but a major up was Kaylee Boozer. Talking about highlights from the winning team of this session. Always a pleasure to watch Maya Hoot and Sarah Morrow really finding it on that vault when they needed it. Jordan Leiden has been lights out on bars, and we saw why today. And then Emily Cook, the leadoff queen on balance beam. I love to see her thrive in that rotation.
And now the updated standings. Minnesota at 8-1 with the victory here today in Maryland. Michigan 6-3, Maryland 4-5, Illinois still a top 25 team to show the power of the Big Ten. And speaking of powerful, we're so pleased to be joined by the head coach of Minnesota, Jenny Hansen, now in her 11th season. And Jenny, when we think Minnesota, you know, we're going to think right away about Cook and Maya Hooten. But let me tell you, your youngsters are stepping up as they always do for Minnesota.
Yeah, that really is a team effort. I think the upperclassmen are really showing the rest of the team the way. But yeah, we've got a lot of people that are really important for this team.
Talk a bit about Ava Stewart, Jenny. She truly is spectacular, and getting into the swing of NCAA college gymnastics. What have you seen from her so far this year?
I think just like you said, she's getting used to everything. You know, everything is a little foreign and brand new, but she's really enjoying it. I know she loves the team aspect, and I'll say even the scoring is a little different for her. She comes up and she, you know, scores 9-9. She's like, is that good? You know, she's not quite sure based on all the elite scoring that she had been used to for so many years of her life.
Jenny, as you look forward to Ann Arbor and the Big Ten championships on the podium, what do you take from this event into the championships?
You know, for us, really, we hope to learn something every meet and get better. You know we have a few meets before we get to Big Tens. There's still adjustments we want to make, things we learn. I'm always taking notes, and our hope is to be even better the next couple of weeks leading up to Big Tens.
All right, Jenny, always a pleasure. Congratulations, and great to see you, and we'll see you in Ann Arbor.
Sounds good. Thank you, guys.
All right, the always pleasant Jenny Hansen. We're going to take one more break and come back and wrap it up where Minnesota wins the Big Ten quad in Maryland. Just over a minute, we'll get you to number 2 Minnesota, number 15 Penn State for a marquee hockey matchup on the Big Ten Network. Right now, though, we'll put a bow on Big Ten quad number 1. There's 2 more as you take a look at what Michigan did on the vault, Illinois on the bars, Minnesota the beam, Maryland on the floor. We got 2 more tomorrow.
Great work from Kaylee Boozer there in the final spot. Illinois came out hot in the beginning of that bars rotation. Well done to them. Minnesota wrapping it up on beam, even not with their best score. And such great work from Maryland on floor, but lots to look forward to tomorrow as there's 2 more of these competitions for teams to better their results.
That's going to wrap it up from Maryland, where Minnesota wins the quad 4. Coming up, as you heard, a marquee Big Ten hockey matchup, Minnesota and Penn State. For the great Olivia Karras, I'm Dean Linke saying good night from College Park.